welcome back to my channel. I'm Pagan Kell, and I'm really glad you're here. If I could get you to like, subscribe, and hit notify, that'd be a big favor to me. Today, I wanted to talk about one of the things I'm most often asked. How do you keep going when things are hard? Why do you keep going when things are hard? Hard can be a lot of things. Hard can be financial, hard can be pain, hard can be life just kicking you down and never ever letting you get that chance to go. Life is difficult. Life is meant to be difficult. We don't learn anything in a Garden of Eden. The Christian Garden of Eden, whatever, that is a kindergarten. And if you stay in a Garden of Eden where there are no ills, you won't make it past kindergarten level. That's not the intent with us. So, now I can talk about chronic pain. My back is messed up from top to bottom. But I keep going. Millions of people keep going. Same with finances. I mean, I was born, how did my dad always put it? I was born without a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. And I haven't really been able to change that. It's not my fate. Hear that word, fate. Now that's a real sticky one. On the one side, you've got fate. What you are basically ordained to do. And on the other, you have free will. You can choose. A lot of misery comes up between that one and choosing. So it's meant to be hard because we are here to learn. And that's how I keep going. I can keep going because I see a purpose in this. You know, this is the example I use. Okay. In your lifetimes, you will be rich, you will be poor, you will be male, you will be female, you will be cruel, you will be kind, you will be everything. We are not talking about a cycle of 1 to 5 lifetimes and you're done. Oh no. And some of those are harder than others. You got to remember, the lesson you are learning is the relative worth of everything. Of everything. Gold, friendship, hate, good, everything. The relativity of it all. And to learn that, you've got to experience it. And sometimes it knocks us down. It knocks us down. I've counseled heroin addicts. I've counseled partners who've lost their partner. Strange thing happened to me. I used to run a security team on the city buses, so I had a little time leeway, and these things happened to me all the time. I was standing on going to work one morning on a bus when a fellow about my age tapped me on the shoulder. I turned and looked at him. He had 2 young teenage boys with him, and they were all sad, immediately sad. Never met this guy before in my life. He looked at me and he said, "My wife is dying of leukemia and I don't know how to deal with that." Well, that's a difficult thing. That's a really difficult thing. Luckily, I was able, as the boss, to take an hour. And I took him over to a coffee shop. We sat down and we talked about it. I've never seen him again. I hope it helped him. I know he left with his head a little higher because the death of a partner, that's part of the lesson. It's all part of the lesson. And for me, when things get tough, right now we've got COVID. I had some good news on my back today, so I'm smiling. But when things get tough, I just take refuge in the fact that I'm on a path. We are going somewhere, and I am learning. If the only thing you take from that beatdown that life has given you is that you are tough enough to get back up and keep going, you've taken something really valuable from that. Really valuable. It's having the ability to see how valuable that lesson is. Secondly, I mean, I've been close to quitting. I have. But I'm curious. I want to see what's coming tomorrow. I want to see where my life is going. I want those lessons, and I cannot get those lessons in this life if I give it up early, do I? I won't get those. Now, I might as well say the word. Suicide. Suicide is a thing. If that's one of the lessons you have to learn in this life, then you will. Don't ever push anybody to it. But if that's how they went, that's how they went. Death touches all of us. I've talked to people who told me they would commit suicide if they did not receive some peace. They haven't done it. They're still all there. I know it happens. But those people found the ability to keep going. To me, it's helpful that I have more than one life to live these. I'm poor. I do all right. We eat. I eat. I have good clothing. I have a little used car, and that's enough for me. Some of the things that are tough for people are because they want the wrong things. When wants and needs become mixed up, when what you want is seen as a need in your mind, you have a problem. And when that keeps going for a long time, man, I just never get my needs. I never get, but you have your needs. You are telling yourself a false story. You're trying to fail. At some point, you have to step back and say, pragmatically, this is how things are for me. This is my life. Yes, I can change things. But, for example, I really don't believe I'm going to make it up to Bill Gates' level in the next 10 years. I don't think so. I don't think I want to either. No, thank you. But some people do. And they don't make it. And then they get depressed. And then they want to quit. And they quit in various ways. Well, if you quit, you're just coming back. I've been taught that the early pagan societies didn't have a real problem with death. However, it came because all it did was put you back at the foot of the line. You're getting another chance. And more chances. Over and over again until everything coalesces for you and you move on. You become what I call an ancestor. And ancestors exist to help those of us still in school. They're like teachers' aides. I want to become an ancestor. That's one of my goals. I know I have no control over it, except to choose to keep going, to choose to stand up, to choose to see what comes tomorrow. That's my choice. It's your choice. Things are hard. COVID's hard. Wearing a mask is hard for some people. But is it that hard? Is it really that hard? Your perception is your reality. Look at your perception. Is it helping you or hindering you? That's how you go further. That's how you keep going when it's dark. That's why you keep getting up of a morning. It's hope. Hope and the realization that everything is happening with a reason behind it. It's not willy-nilly. It's not, whatever, chance. Chance is part of it, but not all of it. It's knowing that every day you keep trying, you have a chance to grab it and make it different. And that's why you keep going. And that's how you keep going. I hope that helped. For today, I've talked until I'm dry. Thank you for listening to me. I really hope to see you come back. I love talking to you people. If you want to hear about anything, ask me in the comments. I would love to have a back and forth dialogue with y'all. For today, have a great one. Carry the flame within. And remember, we are one world. We are one people. I'll see you again. Bye now.